Hey you guys, what's up? Comment Saturday. Today's video is kind of a continuation of the video I did a couple weeks back where I spoke about the Qigong basics. Alright, so I wanted to go over those in more detail. Okay? And some of the finer points. And also I want to touch on the topic that there are no void movements. Okay? Every movement you do has a purpose. Now you just have to find it. You might have to do some research into it, experimentation, but every movement has a purpose. There are no void movements, okay? And that's the thing, a lot of people just go through the motion, but they don't really break down all the little parts of it, okay? So anyway, we'll get into more detail in a second, but just remember that every single technique, every single movement you do, right, it's multifaceted. There are many elements of it, okay? Not only it and it goes beyond just having like a function for one particular action, but every movement you do can be either a strike, a deflection, or a joint lock of some kind. Okay, there's always a way that you can train it to have more than one use. And that's why we like to say it's better to train movement than technique. If you train technique with that, and of course you need to train technique, okay? But if that's all you think about, then that's all your techniques will ever be, okay? Now, if I do what we call like a Pak Sao in Wing Chun, okay? All right? Like a parrying hand, okay? Well, yeah, I'm getting my hand in center, all right? So I'm getting his hand off center and bang, bang, okay, that's one application, sure, okay? But what if I slip off his arm? His arm is sweaty, I go over it, bang, or the palm strike, okay? What if I take someone's arm here and bang, bang, bang? Well, now I have a joint lock there, right? But in my mind, it's still a paksa, okay? So no void movements, and every movement has more than one function, okay? All right, so we already talked about the breathing before and the body connectivity, how that's very important, okay? Well, now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna put together a couple of combos here, and we're just gonna do some different techniques, and the actual technique you do doesn't really matter. I mean, there are hundreds of possible combos that you could do, thousands, okay? But the main thing is to remember the biomechanics, okay? It's the underlying thing that governs everything, all right? Now, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna stand with my feet, 3 of my feet apart, okay? And here's actually, I'm going to get a little closer, you can see at first, and then you can see what I'm doing. But that's how I'm standing, okay? 3 of my feet apart, okay? And I'm in this kind of what we call horse stance, okay? And everything kind of moves in unison, okay? So that's the stance here. Now what I'm going to do here, okay? I'm going to do here, I'm going to go 1, okay? And that could be like a low smashing a forearm strike, okay? Also, a low bong sao, okay, but let's just say come here. Now bring it to the opposite knee here. So the waist has a turn. Okay, so 1, then they go 2, and then they go 3. And the other hand comes down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3. It can be either a closed fist or open hand, okay? Here again, more time. Down. Hook, strike, down, hook, and strike. Okay, so let's have the other side. Here, here, here. Okay, so first of all, let's go over the different functions of each movement. Okay, well, I come over here. Okay, well, there's a I could do a knuckle smash, a point smash to someone's inside leg. Boom, there's 1. All right. Here's a flexion, a hooking personality, right? And then there's your strike, okay? All right? Now the other hand came down here and then go. Okay, so when I come down here, what's that? Gansao, low deflection, right? Low deflection, right? Smash the leg, hook, strike. Okay, all right. Well, so that's one application. Okay, so down, hook, shake. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. However, let's change it now. Okay, now, guess what? I'm going to say now. There's a strike. Okay, and there's a deflection now. Okay, So I'm not hitting anymore, okay? Now, and this is now a strike, okay? I'm not deflecting now, right? Here, hurling palm, right? Bang, I can go bang, 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 okay? So here, so bang, there's a strike, okay? And guess and there's a joint lock. I'm gonna come in here, boom, okay? I do a strike here, catch the other arm, right? Do like a pull here, and there's a joint lock, okay? I get the hand here, and then nail his elbow there, boom, okay? So it changed function, okay? But again, you need to find, you know, every single movement. You need to find out what it is. Now let's try. Maybe we can bring it down even more than we already did. Okay, so so there's a technique. Okay, now maybe I'll do. This is called Hyun Sa in Wing Chun. There's a technique, right? Hyun Sa, right? So there's Hyun Sa. If my arm, if my left is somehow makes contact with his left, I don't want that because his right can nail me. So I want to get around to a better position. Okay. So there. Okay. I did boom. I did a Hyun Sa. I came over here, right? And I came over here. Well, maybe look. But as I come up, well, look. There's you can sometimes do just a rising fist, bang. Okay. There's just my fist, the knuckles here, right? Bang. Okay. So there. So I came. What do I do now? Okay. Okay, here we go. Right. So again, so here there's a Hyun Sa. Here, come up, bang, and then there. Okay. Now, when I can add something else to it. Here, as I do the hooking strike, right? This hand controls as well. This hand controls, and then this hand does like a jut sound while this one strikes. Okay. See, so we're adding to it. You can see how, you know, you can spend with this one simple combo, seemingly simple combo. You can really break it down. You can get a lot out of this. Okay, so let's do the other side now. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, Hyun Sa, 2. So I see. I'm gonna count each one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6. Okay. So from 3 movements, I've now doubled them. Okay, so like I said, every single movement you do has a purpose. Nothing is void. Okay. All right. So now we're going to try and do that. Now they kind of have an idea what we're doing. We're going to try and do it in kind of a flowing manner. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple more times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can step with it, of course, right? So maybe the first one is going to go 1, 2, and then here. So no, wait a second. No. I still 1. Step out of the way. See, you can add to it, right? Maybe someone tries to kick me, okay? Step out of the way with a low deflection. Smash his leg, all right? Come in here, and a rear strike, okay? All right? I'm just like throwing things around, but the possibilities are limitless, right? But so again, you can do different footwork patterns, okay? Maybe so that what did I do now? I got out of the way, right? Out of the way, smash the leg here, and then strike. Okay, all right. Well, maybe instead of getting out of the way like that, now I'm gonna come right in. Okay, I'm gonna smash his leg like this, a hammer fist to his leg. Boom. Okay, or to his groin or whatever. Okay, boom. Come in here. Boom. 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 Right. That kind of thing. Now I added a few more things there. Okay. All right, and then I can use elbows or whatever, okay? But you see, that's the basic idea, okay? You see how this seemingly, simple, right? 3 technique combo. We messed around with the different applications. We messed around with the different transitional movements. We messed around with the different footworks you can do, okay? The different applications you can do. There's so many things you can get from this seemingly simple combination, okay? So everything you do, if you can break it down like this, all right, your skill level will shoot up to unimaginable levels, okay? People wonder why, some people are able to really get this stuff and others struggle for years and years and years and they're still stuck at square one because they don't know, they don't do the research, they don't have the necessary insight into the stuff, okay? You need to really break it down like a scientist, okay? You need to look at every element of what's happening here and that will help you understand the movement and things, okay? So there you go. Okay, that's the thing. So so to really get the most out of this stuff, you got to do the research. You got to take the time and do the work. Okay, it's not easy. Okay, and I'm not going to lie. Okay, the majority of people just don't have that kind of focus to do it. That's why there are very few people in the world who are actually really good at this stuff. Honestly, it's true, okay? I mean, there's tons of people who just follow orders and do what they're told and don't think for themselves, but if you want to really reach your potential, you have to think for yourself. You can't be a slave to any system or live in a cage all your life, okay? You have to break out of that, okay? So, anyways, yeah, that's the video. As always, any questions, let me know. And I am going to have the link for my online course in the comments and the description. Okay, so it's through Teachable. I got all these videos and all the stuff is in there. Okay, so anyways, yeah, practice your stuff. Do your research. See you guys soon.